Well, howdy, folks. We made it to, welcome to today's episode. We made it to Palo Duro Canyon State Park. This is Charles Goodnight Loving fame. And yeah, let's go check this place out. Texas born and bred. Texas Longhorn. Alright, this should be interesting. It's very cold and chilly, and let's get in the canyon. Join us. Ciao, y'all. Alrighty, it's gonna be very steep. I've been here once as a young child.
Never been.
It's been probably 40 years almost. I kind of remember going down this steep ass canyon wall. So yeah, let's just start our descent down this massive canyon. And I cleaned the windshield, but it's dirty again because we're driving a long ways. That's beautiful. Look at that. It's picturesque.
Visitor center.
I don't know if you folks can see this. This is freaking awesome.
There.
Do not enter.
Wow, that's cool. There's a lot of.
Yeah, Mr. Chef, there's a haze in the air, so you can't see as well as with the naked eye as you can on the camera. But man, this is awesomeness. I hope this translates to the video, folks, because it's pretty impressive. All that painted rock. Are there any bodies down there? I don't know, maybe. I wonder what that is, Mrs. Chef. Right there. So when a lot of people think of Texas, this is what they think of. So this canyon was actually one giant ranch at one time, owned by Charles Goodnight from the Goodnight Loving fame. And the size of it's just massive. Took over about 3 counties, it looks like.
That's your dad?
Oh my goodness,
Wow, it's been a steep road down, folks. I didn't film because I'm trying to pay attention. It's pretty windy. But I remember there being a railroad down in here. I came here when I was in the 3rd grade. And there was a railroad down here. So I asked the lady at the visitor center. She said that they took the railroad out decades ago. But the actual train is in Canyon. So I'm going to try to find that train. There's the Pioneer Amphitheater. That's where they do the Play Texas. Yeah.
That would be cool to come.
But look at this. This is what you expect when you think of Texas. If you've never been to Texas and you're just looking at this the first time, you'd be like, yeah, that's what cowboy country, you know? Look at this. All these bluffs. Old West Stables.
That's cool. It's not open yet?
I don't know. Check that out, a wild turkey. What you doing, turkey?
Get a picture of him.
There's an old windmill, Mrs. Chef.
That's cool. Now that's, I don't know what that is, but that's either a bathroom or one of the cabins. What does that say? That's a theater.
Lone Star Inner, let's see,
Theater.
theater or something.
Why does everything open in here?
Yeah, the turkey's right here.
Turkeys!
Look at all these turkeys down here.
Turkeys!
A whole flock of turkeys.
Look at them. Is it a flock of seagulls?
No, my hair looks like a flock of seagulls today.
This is RV camping?
Yeah, check that out. Them turkeys running off from us. I ain't gonna eat you today. It ain't Thanksgiving.
They don't really take no chances.
There's a big old turkey there, and there's some little turkeys over here.
There he goes.
I'm out of here. There's your Tom over there, and then all the hens.
Stop moving.
Yeah, so if you guys never been out here, this is pretty cool. This is what do you think, Mrs. Chef? Your first time being here. What do you think so far?
Oh, look, these are all reserved. When's all these people coming in?
I would imagine this weekend, as we're in the middle of the week, so
Every
imagine
single
next week's I think the official spring break, so I think that's when everything's gonna be busy down here.
camping down here. This is awesome. Weird that there's not one. How we got down. Cold Spring, Texas.
See, Mrs. Chef, this looks like you would see like some Apaches or Comanches or something. Yeah, man. I mean, you just get that vibe. Looks like the should be a old western set, you know. What movies do you say was filmed here? When do you see? There's a couple of movies filmed here. Indiana Jones was filmed here. The Last Crusade. The ending scene was filmed here. I like when you find these kind of formations, kind of Jurassic looking, you know, prehistoric. It's pretty cool, those rock formations. Right, so there's the old cave. So we're off on Park Road 5 alternate. Seeing some different stuff. Yeah. So tomorrow we're gonna come back and hike all this stuff, but today, pretty late in the day for a hike. Sun will be setting soon. What little of it we saw today. So I asked the lady there at the state park about the Sad Monkey Railway, and she said that the car was restored in 2017, or the actual engine and cars were restored and brought here to town. And I just looked it up. It's on the corner of 16th and 6th, I believe. That would be just an intersection to the left, I think. We're gonna go find out. So all these years later, I've made it back to Canyon. I believe I was 9 years old when I was here before. Yeah, it's a cool downtown and all. Cool town. And you got the state park right down the road at Palo Duro Canyon. And I'm very happy to find this train. Let's go check it out. There it is. Look at there. The sad monkey. In all her glory. That's too cool. So, a friend of mine from school, his name was Damon. His grandfather, this has been so long ago, I'm trying to remember how this went, but I think I went there and he was there, and I was like, what are you doing here? And he's like, my grandpa owns this train or whatever. Anyway, he passed away in a car wreck that summer on the way home from being up here, and I never saw him again. I can't remember his last name, but the last time I saw him was sitting on one of these cars right next to me. That's so crazy to find this all these years later, 40 years later basically. And from what I read online, this thing was in business from 1955 all the way until 1996. And there was problems with, the insurance wanted too much to run this thing or whatever, and the owner couldn't afford it anymore. And I don't know who owned it after, that story, but I believe all that's the way that unfolded. His grandfather owned it or ran it or worked for the people that owned it or something. Anyway, he was like the engineer of the train. And they did a really good job of restoring it. I don't remember it looking quite this shiny and nice when I wrote it in 85 or whenever that was. 83, 84, 85. I don't remember what year that was exactly. But yeah, that's pretty cool to find. So if you guys are looking for the old Palo Duro Canyon Railroad, wonder what happened to it. It sits here in town in Canyon, Texas. Just off the square.